conversation. Introduce yourself.
Hey, Marco, good to see you. My name is Andy Lian from Singapore. So most people in the space know me for being pro-government for crypto and blockchain matters. I've helped several governments in terms of adopting blockchain, crafting out the regulations as well. Right now, I'm helping out the Moldovan government, um, talking to them and trying to bring them on track, to bring the country um, to know more about crypto. So I help various appointments. The more notable ones are advisory board member to Hyundai DAC that is based in South Korea, the largest car maker. I am also the uh, advisor to a protocol which is called CZZ that is a 100% decentralized protocol. Apart from that, I'm also a book author. I am still giving my time, to the community at large, in the blockchain space. And it's lovely to meet you again, man, my friend.
This is for us, and you've been, my goodness. So I'm curious about the CBC because I don't know about it. I should. So what is it? Like, in short, the CBC.
CZZ, you mean?
Oh yeah, CCC. Okay, yeah, that's why I was like,
Okay, CZZ is a totally decentralized protocol. You know, we look at cross-chain solutions. We look at how to make cross-chain more effective. Because right now a lot of cross-chain that you see in the market is not entirely foolproof, not entirely cross-chain, or perhaps only cross-chain among uh, two different types of token concurrently, but it's not really opening up things for all kinds of protocol. So without going into detail and so forth, the project itself will be one of the most decentralized project that we will see in 2021. Anyway, the project is not new. They have a good community. There is also community building in the English speaking space as well. So there's a lot of excitement going on.
hey, you're talking about more than just grabbing token on one side and distributing and burning on the other side, right?
Correct. That's part of how the protocol is going to work, and that is going to enable more decentralized network to be a bit more friendly, to be more effective in the longer run. So again, all these different technology that I'm involved with, or technology companies that I'm involved with, they have their own unique selling point. Apart from this CZZ, I'm also involved with capital companies. I'm in the midst of trying to get a fund set up, a regulated fund set up, probably for NFTs. In the larger
Okay.
picture, we may also look at things like a Gradescale of in Asia, Gradescale like fund in Asia. So
Hey, Grayscale. I think we know about Grayscale, but maybe we don't understand exactly what they're doing, and do they really matter? Because if you named them twice in our previous talk as well, so I think
I think it does
you have
matter.
maybe to
It does matter.
tell me a bit more. What's your perception of this?
I think it does matter for sure, because if you look at institutionalized funds, on crypto, Grayscale by far is the largest. Grayscale by far is the most talked about fund, that is based in the States. So there are comparison, and there are a lot of different talks about how about Asia, who is going to be the you know, the Gradescale of Asia, you know. So having such institutionalized funds in the market will help us move to a more regulated, a more standardized kind of product, and that is going to help us, you know, in the long
You're thinking about, sorry, you're thinking about Singapore as the base, right?
Yep. Singapore as a base, as a regulated fund, you know, as you know, Marco, many of these token funds in the market right now are just funds, and sometimes I would love to say it's just for fun, you know, because they are not
They're not doing
regulated.
much.
They are not regulated. They are not registered in any ways, any form, and
Seychelles Islands.
many of their revenues are also not recorded fairly well, you know. So regulated is the key, you know, whenever we talk about serious money, serious funds.
But hey, I have to tell you something. I remember Singapore, we had some issue about the custodial services, like who's gonna hold those bags? So is that fixed? Because that was a few years ago.
That's all fixed. That's all fixed. I think, you know, when you were back in 2018, 2019 early, you know, there are still talks about, you know, how this on-chain custodian is going to work, you know, who is going to keep the money, is it safe, what are the processes and so forth. Now it's 2021, most of them are solved. You know, traditional trust companies are also coming into the picture to provide a service just to do the custodianship. There are more matured on-chain solutions as well that is based in Singapore. So all are good, man. All these things are good. That's the reason why whenever we look at funds and so forth, as much as possible, we love to make it regulated. We love to make it you know, above board. And Singapore is definitely the place.
I never actually dealt with funds. I mean VCs. But what's the big difference between people in general from crypto? I'm not from the financial sector that much, and VCs and funds. I think I wouldn't be able to explain it quickly. What would be the difference?
Well, if you look at for example, like a venture capital firm, yeah, and versus maybe an early startup firm, or versus a family office fund and so forth. I think a lot based on what is their genre, what kind of thematics is behind the fund, and what they do, right? So some funds, for example, you know, that I know, they go for things that are higher risk but higher return. You know, some of them, they go for a fund that is fairly stable, but of course you get back a lot lesser in terms of your returns and so forth. So I that's how I see it, you know. But again, different funds work on different structures. So you know, for example, in Singapore, there's a capital market license. There's also a subsidiary, like a sub license, like a VCC license and so forth, that everyone can tap on. Yeah.
When you talk about a crypto fund, can I say it this way? It means that the capital that is injected is from crypto. I mean, your capital comes mainly from crypto, but what is the advantage? I mean, you could just on-ramp and say, oh, if you only take crypto, I'll just take my cash and swap it, and now it's... So is there any difference that just holding cash?
Usually, how I prefer is, if it's a crypto fund, you know, BTC in, and then when there are returns, or when there is a share in the profit or dividend, we also give back in BTC. So I think
the BTC play, right?
No big difference in terms of this. In terms of hard and fast rule, how this thing is going to be run, it can be from fiat to BTC and then go straight into the fund, or it can be straight away fiat go into the fund, and then the fund will manage the OTC in the process. So there's many ways to skin the cat, though.
We're hearing some crazy things, like because you talk about giving back the profit and share profit with the BTC. Some people in the States, even some basketball player, they want to get paid in Bitcoin. I think I'm not sure it's the best idea. What would you, just to go off topic a little bit? I mean, would you recommend like people to get paid in BTC these
Well,
days?
well, again, it depends on where you are and so forth. Some people would choose to say that, if they exit in BTC, they will not get any tax issues. But that's again is not true. Because again, if you come from a more regulated fund perspective, whatever that you have withdrawn or whatever that you have a profit from will also be regulated and will also be tabulated, right? So, again, it depends on the person, whether, they have the mentality to say that, oh, by exiting in Bitcoin, I will avoid all kind of tax, or vice versa, exiting in Bitcoin in a regulated fund, everything is accounted for, it's a lot easier to calculate his or her tax. So again, it depends on the person, it depends on how the business is being run,
What they have. So
regulated
there's a
and
lot of,
unregulated.
and some business are, again, it's because it's hot now. Some business are just getting into crypto because of the exposure and the free marketing they're getting. And marketing is extremely valuable. I mean, sometimes it could worth hundreds of thousands of dollars of free marketing just because you open up to accepting crypto or this and that. All right. We can. How about what excites you right these days? Is there some project that you kind of got involved, or you're just watching, or your friends are in it? And what do you see the trend? Because I don't know, look, things are really moving fast, and I think I try to catch up with what's happening to me. But I'm sure I'm missing something. So what do you think some people are missing?
Well, I think, first of all, the first question is, what are the trends, right? I think that the trend right now would still be DeFi and NFT, because, as you know, Beeple and a few other artists, are now in the spotlight, getting their NFTs sold in millions of dollars.
Hey, I
Um,
you something. Sorry, I cut you. The Bible story. I love that story happened in this space in CryptoVoxel. The fund, the B20 fund, was pretty much went live in CryptoVoxel. I was there when they did the auction, and so I think being in the virtual space, I kind of so it was quite interesting. There was an interview. People was there talking, say, "Oh, I'm so excited to be in crypto," blah blah blah. And then this hey guys, now get off the browser and get into a page and get those tokens. And I tell you, the collection, it's crazy because I kind of use my brain. I think I'm not sure it's the left or right side, but I kind of try to evaluate this thing before I bought it, and everything sold out in like 45 seconds. And then they came back to us quickly and say, hey, we'll do something for the community. So we got a little piece of it. But I was calculating the value. I said, okay, the collection was valued at 6 million on that day during that event. Actually, I could fly it to Bibble space. It's not so far from here. Where am I in? I'm in the. I'll fly there while we're talking. So then, so I'm using my brain. So that's about 6 million. Maybe I go to 15, 20. So I'm buying, but not too much. I don't know why, but I'm thinking it's already such high valuation. So I had no clue that it would go like 20. I mean, it went to 100 million valuation for those 14 NFTs and the marketing. Do you think it was because this was a real effort from a team? It was all planned up. Do you think it was an important moment? They did the right thing because it kind of valued a lot of other things. It made a lot of things valuable. Because you mentioned it, so I'm kind of surprised you mentioned it.
yeah, because the buyer of it for the 70 million artwork is actually based in Singapore. So there's a lot of things going on in the NFT space, and also in the DeFi space. Both of them are the more trending ones. you know, what keeps me exciting will be a few things. You know, DeFi, NFTs, you know, good incubation networks. You know, lovely big communities. For example, our friend Harry from Infinity Blockchain, Infinity Capital in Vietnam. I think they have a very active community. You know, if there's a good community like them, a good network like theirs, that's also going to keep me excited. And of course, last but not least, would be you know, projects with good technology and projects with good marketing. You know, these are some of the things that keep me going, because some projects that I know of, you know, they have fantastic product, but they are really bad in marketing. You know, they are really bad in their decision making. You know, some of them that I know of, or I was involved in, invested in, you know, to today, you know, they are still not listed. You know, some of them. So, you know, so this whole space is getting crowded. You know, many different people are coming in. But the more exciting part are things that are going to excite the general public. That's going to excite this technology world. You know, so these are the things that got me excited. You know, I was being also interviewed by Channel News Asia. You know, a mainstream TV station. You know, last week, twice.
Twice?
Twice. So I was on one of the segment on TV called Money Mind, and then later on, I'm also going to be on another podcast talking about NFTs, because NFTs right now, especially in around me, you know, there's a lot of hype. You know, there are students that I know, you know, who suddenly gather all their friends and started to do NFTs, started to upload NFTs onto all these different marketplaces and so forth. And then they realize that, hey, it's not easy to do that. You know, it's not easy to push their NFT artwork, you know, in the space and get it sold.
Yeah, because
So
they're missing. I tell them, look, it's crypto art still. I mean, the main game is still crypto art,
true,
and you do need the underlying story. There's a lot of value there. Of
true,
course, there's the next generation, the new movement, like maybe more like a foundation where it's artists finally getting to support each other. They never experienced it before, I think.
true,
I mean, there's a difference between clicking like in Instagram than actually buying art from you know, somebody you've been admiring for several years, but you didn't have this, you know, they didn't have the way to interact on that financial level. And
true,
so it's really exciting to see those artists coming in. And sometimes then that story, the new story of those artists making making deals between themselves that didn't happen before. And then there's the core story of crypto. I mean, the crypto punks. Why? Because they were the first. And even me, I didn't get the crypto punks because I missed the first few months. I was doing something else. So I didn't know the real story of crypto punks. So I was looking at the crypto punks at 0.5, 0.6 Ether, and I was like, I just didn't get it because I didn't have the source. I didn't study, you know, I didn't take time to find the source of this. And so I have there's other stories that I know about that's very exciting. So I see the value. So I have some NFT that I know that is valuable for me because I know the story. So hopefully those two branch continue. I think because that's what's cool about the crypto art. You know, is the story of blockchain right now a little bit that's kind of recorded visually or something somehow. So that really excites me. Andy, we have another about 10 minutes. How to get, what would you like people to think about and or organize, or some people should contact you or somehow?
no, I'm quite easily searchable online. I have my own domain as well, Anndy, ANNDY.com as well. You can always
Oh.
look for me on my page or on LinkedIn.
Do you have an NFT?
I do have an NFT actually. One of my partner and also my colleague uploaded my NFT on OpenSea. You know, it's
Oh, I'm gonna check this out for sure. I'm
sure, sure.
definitely gonna check this out.
Yeah, yeah,
And hey, how about you publish a book? I mean, the old-fashioned ways, I guess.
yeah.
And what do you, as a not publisher, as an author, what do you think about NFTs and I don't know, the digital distribute your book digitally? Did you even try or?
No, no, I didn't try a book NFT because in some ways it might not be that suitable for the current NFT market. But I'm always open, you know, like maybe creating a new cover for the book, or putting myself onto different marketplaces, because you know NFTs are really fun. You know, like the NFT that I have on OpenSea and Rebel is you know, buy my NFT, you can get 1 hour of my time. You know, to talk about the crypto space, to give them advice and so forth. I think things like that is fairly worthwhile, you know. So I do look at things like that. I also do look at another concept of multi-chain marketplace, create, buy and sell and resell NFTs on the marketplace that can basically connect to all the different chain. So that's also
Yes.
another project that I'm involved with. It's called HODOOI.com. It's a new platform that will come out very soon. There is
Hey, wait, that's a very short name. Can you repeat that again?
HODOOI.com. So that is a multi-chain marketplace. So that users can create, they can sell, they can resell NFTs. We will also be looking at contacting some of the artists, you know, offline as well. You know, making them understand what is NFT and going onto our NFT platform as a traditional artist, traditional digital artist, converting themselves into NFT artists, so that they could actually make a better living, or spread their good artwork, you know, to the crypto space. You know, it's not always about what you see right now. You know, there could be better, finer art.
Oh yeah.
That will
Hey,
come into
actually,
the scene. Yeah.
I want to, you know, let's keep in touch on that. I want to get involved in these because I think artists sometimes now they feel kind of trapped, and I think we didn't talk about gas fees, but some of our assets are sort of
Yeah.
trapped in my app, those NFTs,
Yeah.
because some of them. I told people, I said, remember the CryptoKitties?
Yeah. I do remember.
They're so worthless that you cannot even delete them from
Yeah.
your wallet,
Yeah.
and Flow won't even take them back. Right? The Flow has enough money to get them back on, you know, on their Flow chain, and they don't even, I think about it.
No,
But we'll see.
not yet.
Not yet.
But we will see more, man, Marco, because like I have mentioned a few times in this 30 minutes chat with you, multi-chain, you know, cross-chain and so forth. I think a cross-chain marketplace for NFT will be fun, will be definitely fun, and then a more mature, decentralized, multi-chain or cross-chain protocol like CZZ can all work together in this space and create a better decentralized environment for all of us. That's how I see the whole ecosystem.
I love this.
I love talking to you, mate. So
Hey, so we're just getting started, man. It's just a crazy. I'm not gonna tell you how we got it to connect today, but um, you know, we're on the right track. You know, when those things happen, brother, it means you're on the right path. When the energy is there and everything flows. Thank you so much for supporting NFT.Black, one of our first event coming out, and Beyond L Plus sponsor this event. Okay, bro, we have to close it now, and I'll get back to you very soon. So we can find you, your website, your official website, and we'll have information on the NFT.Black website.
all
Thank you,
right.
brother.
Thanks, bro.
Can't wait to see you.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.